And hello and welcome to AleksTabletops MTG Quick Study episode 60. My name is Alex and let's start our 60th match. Okay, hop and hop. In this episode, we back to Grind Seekers. The whole idea of this deck is to basically create a deck that will allow me to grind. So basically, in order to earn more gold with quicker matches. But the regular version of Merfolks didn't work, and I decided to make a 3-color version to make it a little bit more interesting and unique. But because of this, I actually made this deck less consistent, although actually it gave us lots of wins. Either way, so while this match is basically progressing slowly, quick reminder that MTG Quick Study is a series of one-match episodes that focuses on learning from our matches by rewatching and trying to analyze them. So we're playing against RPG versus, okay, this is a pretty long nickname, Auri Oxen Free. I don't know what it means. Yeah, so we're playing with Simics, Merfolks specifically, versus, we'll see exactly against whom we play. We'll see. For now, we see black. Maybe it's a 2-color deck. Okay. We lost our super important Merfolk that usually gives us a win condition. Okay, either way. So, this match is not going to be super long, but about probably 8 or so minutes, maybe more, maybe less. So there's not that much to talk about. So again, one of the things that I want to talk about, again, with Merfolks, their strategy is pretty simple. And although I have a splash of white in this deck, this splash of white is rarely noticeable. It's just a couple of cards that give us life. So we're probably not going to see those cards because this is a so small splash that we're probably not going to notice it at all. We didn't notice it in a couple of matches ago, so I don't believe that we're going to notice it in here too. Have only one copy of Kapala. Pretty cool card. If opponent decides to target our Merfolks and do something with them, has to pay additional cost. The idea of the card at least is good, although it's not that utilizable, not that used, I guess, in format. So here we have kind of lots of decisions. Again, we could play Kapala because opponent might have next turn some type of removal, and we need to protect our existing Merfolks and also continue to draw cards. Although ideally we could play actually multiple cards this turn. Again, we could play another Merfolk Mistbinder and make our Merfolks bigger. Also play Mistcloak Herald or another River Sneak, or use a different combination, but instead I decided to put Kapala because there's a good chance that opponent might have some removal and not enough mana for it, so just in order to protect our creatures. So here we have to block without losing creatures, so we probably should accept some damage. 5 damage is going to be dealt to us, just acceptable at this stage of the game. So we continue to get proper lands finally. Again, we need more greens here, definitely, to play more cards. So here's probably, deeper lead in order to make our Merfolk stronger. And here, I don't know, I probably would play a little bit differently. Now, I would play Mistcloak Herald and River Sneak instead of putting Merfolk Mistbinder. But instead decided to do exactly that. And I guess here it's probably a good idea to go with all creatures that possibly we can go. I'm thinking, like, should I attack with for 5? Because next turn, if opponent might get lucky, like, there's a good chance that we might die. I decided to play a little bit more cautiously. There's a lot of lives opponent has. It's not going to be enough to kill opponent, so why push? Oh snap. Every time that opponent will gain life, we're going to lose life. This is pretty bad. So yeah, this match is going to be pretty even. Steven. Okay. Yeah, we're playing against Orzhov Guild. So good, we'll be able to kill for 4. This is one of the reasons why I decided to put a counter on our Kapala, not on our unblockable Mistlock Herald. Okay, opponent will deal a lot of damage to us. Look like a lot, like 3, but still pretty close to dying. So we have to make this turn a winnable turn. I doubt that we're going to win like right now. There's a good chance that we might win next turn if we will play cards right. There's a good chance also that our opponent might just quit. But now it all comes down to... It's safe to attack with all of them. It's not enough to kill opponent. Now it all depends what opponent has in his hand. So, yeah. Probably made a mistake by putting on reverse sneak counter. Probably should put counter on our root guy. Sometimes when you think like you're already winning, again, right now we will draw lots of cards, which is pretty sick. So what to do here? Probably to continue to put creatures in play, because drawing cards is not going to give us anything here. But I still will do that. Like, we will draw 2 cards maybe. No, good. Reverse sneak. And I guess that's it. I mean, if opponent is not going to be able to kill us this turn, of course we're winning. Unless opponent might have a settled wreckage though. So we have lots of unblockable creatures, like come on, 4 of them are unblockable. The only way for an opponent to win is to bluff with settled wreckage. That way I wouldn't attack with all creatures, but just with safe amount. But we have more than lots of creatures that could, just by attacking with one of them, kill opponent. Opponent knows that he or she dies, but still decides to kind of let us to play some cards, which is pretty cool. It's a good way to progress the quest if you have. So here I can attack with full force, although it's unnecessary, completely unnecessary. Because like a couple of their opponents will block, gain life, but it's still not going to be enough to regain a life equal to the damage dealt. So we still will deal more damage. The opponent will be able to... Yep. So yeah, that was kind of one directional match. I mean, no, it actually was quite even. I mean, opponent actually had a good chance of winning this game. It all depended, in the end, on what opponent will get. And opponent didn't get the proper cards, I guess, to pull this win off, which is still... This is magic, I guess. So yeah, again, I will talk about the progression of MTG Quick Study in later episodes. The last thing that I will say is just because, again, before that, I planned 100 episodes before we will switch into a little bit more current games, because these games were recorded a couple of months ago, and they're not necessarily relevant. Right now I'm playing better games, and I have better decks, and as a result we might get better matches. But I still want to create these matches with my previous games in order to create a kind of a progression, like historical progression, not just start to play with super awesome decks, but actually start to play with budget decks and show yourself with weaker decks that are built pretty poorly. Although I don't believe that my current decks are that good either. They're better, but they're not the best ever. So either way, I'm playing casually, I'm playing for fun, so I always will keep in mind the fact that all of the decks that I'm playing with are kind of a good balance between something that has to be effective enough to give you a win and something that actually just fun to play. And maintaining this balance is usually not easy, but I will try to do that regardless. So yeah. So yeah, I will keep you posted about like how many episodes we're going to record from now on. So I guess this is the 60th episode. I guess it's about like 75 or 77, somewhat like this episodes. Uh, Basically, we're going to record these old recorded videos or pre-recorded videos and comment on them that were recorded a couple of months ago until episode probably 80 or something, maybe 77, we'll see, maybe 74, 75. And after a certain kind of number of episodes, we will start to upload more current matches. Or maybe I will look through all of these matches and maybe I will decide to remove half of them, the same that I did with when we had 100 matches, or now we have 77, so maybe I'll remove a couple of this. And we will get to current stacks a little bit more quicker, because again, with Ravnica Allegiance entering the Magic Arena now, uh, current meta will definitely change, and these matches will become irrelevant in some way, and but I guess I still want to go through them and analyze them regardless of that, because this is experience either way, which will help you to learn something. And by you, I mean me in this instance. And maybe if you're interested in that, you will learn something from it too. So yeah, sorry for my crazy voice. Like, man, I mean, I'm tired. My voice is super tired, and I'm talking weird, and sorry for that. So either way, on this note, we'll end this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a boost. If you want more, subscribe and set the bell note. Visit AleksTabletops on Twitch to be part of MTG live sessions, MTG study live sessions. Have a nice day or night, and see you in the next episode.